In episode 138 for September 14th, 2020, school districts under Cyberattack, Google Chrome's new ad blocking feature, and Microsoft's latest alert about foreign interference in the 2020 US election. If you've been looking for a perfect go anywhere, do anything with your privacy in mind bag, you need to check out Silent Pocket's all-new 40-liter waterproof Faraday duffel bag. Not only does it block all wireless signals, it's waterproof and looks great too. Pick up yours today at silentpocket.com and don't forget to take 15% off your order by using discount code SHAREDSECURITY.
You're probably aware that social engineering attacks like the recent high-profile account takeovers on Twitter are costing businesses millions of dollars in direct financial losses, lost productivity, and business disruption. But what can you do about it? Well, it starts with making sure your staff are aware of how they can be targeted and exploited. That's why we're excited to announce ClickArmor's new gamified social engineering module called Fakes and Frauds. Unlike traditional training, where employees watch the same video every year and they really don't learn much, ClickArmor's game-based training offers learning quizzes, puzzles, and fun exercises that really grab people's attention and get them thinking about real-life threats that they will face in the future. Gamified learning that is visually dynamic and animated is proving to be 80% more engaging, so employees are therefore more motivated to learn defensive skills. When you can show that employees are actually learning, you get a much better return on security awareness training investment. So visit us at clickarmor.ca today to access your free trial of Fakes and Frauds gamified social engineering defense course.
School has started back up in the US, and if a hybrid or mostly remote learning school environment wasn't challenging enough, there has also been a large increase in denial of service and ransomware attacks on schools just in the last week alone. 2 school districts, Hartford, Connecticut, and Toledo, Ohio, were forced to shut down or postpone classes on the first day due to a ransomware or other attack. These attacks can also have pretty serious consequences. For example, the attack on the Hartford School District took out all systems that communicate transportation routes for the buses that transport students to the school, and the recent Miami-Dade incident shut down the entire remote learning platform for over 200,000 students and teachers. Ransomware attacks in general have been on the rise even before the COVID-19 pandemic started months ago. But were all these recent attacks conducted by highly skilled overseas hackers? Possibly not, as we saw in the recent shutdown of the Miami-Dade School District, where a 16-year-old student was arrested for launching a distributed denial of service attack on his own school. The bottom line is that DDoS tools and techniques are easily available and accessible even for low-skilled attackers, or what we call in the industry, script kiddies. I mean, hacking your school district is a great way to get yourself a day off for you and your friends, right? Google announced a new feature in the Google Chrome web browser that will automatically unload ads that use excessive amounts of system resources. This move is an effort to reduce CPU and network usage, which can lead to performance issues. Resource-heavy ads are known for causing web pages to load slower and can have the side effect of draining the battery on your phone or even gobbling up mobile data, which is especially concerning for those without unlimited data plans. This recent feature is also a great privacy benefit, and that's the prevention of many different privacy-violating ads and behaviors, such as ad scripts that mine cryptocurrency, loading large and poorly compressed images, and loading large video files before a user gesture. Google says that this new feature will be available in version M85, slated for release later in September. And now a word from our sponsor, Edgewise Networks. The biggest problem in security that remains unsolved are flat networks in cloud and data centers, with unprotected attack paths that allow threats to move laterally to cause data breaches. But microsegmentation using network addresses is complicated and takes too much time. But there's a better approach: Edgewise Zero Trust Auto Segmentation. Edgewise is impossibly simple microsegmentation, delivering results immediately with a security outcome that's provable. At the core of Edgewise Auto Segmentation is Zero Trust Identity. which allows workloads to communicate only after their software identity has been verified. Malicious or unimproved software is no longer allowed to communicate. Identity-based protection provides more coverage with fewer policies to make Edgewise simple to deploy and manage. No changes to the application or network are required. One solution protects virtual machines and containers in the cloud and on-premises. To stop lateral threat movement and prevent breaches, visit edgewise.net for a demo and to see results within minutes. Microsoft said last week that hackers with ties to Russia, China, and Iran are attempting to attack people and groups involved with the 2020 US presidential election. And these attacks are not just focused on one particular candidate. Both Trump and Biden campaigns have not only had the two candidates targeted, but also campaign staffers and those that consult on key issues. In the report, 3 specific hacking groups were mentioned. Stronium, or also known as Fancy Bear, which operates from Russia, has attacked more than 200 organizations, including political campaigns, advocacy groups, parties, and political consultants. Zirconium, operating from China, has attacked high-profile individuals associated with the election, including people associated with the Joe Biden for President campaign and prominent leaders in the international affairs community. And lastly, Phosphorus, operating from Iran, has continued to attack the personal accounts of people associated with the Trump for President campaign. Microsoft also stated that the majority of these attacks were unsuccessful due to Microsoft's built-in security tools and that they have notified affected users. This latest report from Microsoft shouldn't be a surprise here. As we saw in 2016, Russia attempted to influence the US election, and despite what some politicians may say about that situation, election interference is truly a bipartisan issue, with both Republicans and Democrats at risk. That's a wrap for this week's show. Visit our website, sharedsecurity.net, for show notes, all previous episodes, and to sign up for our email newsletter. First-time listener of the show? Please subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts, and if you like this episode, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week for another episode of the Shared Security Show.